Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to you all. I welcome you all uh, to the video lesson, to the Zoom live video session of O3 Accounting. Well, we started the topic bank reconciliation statement. We've been having a little practice regarding this topic, and now today I have an entire exam style question here right in front of you all. Well, if you could please check in your chat box, you will all be able to find a document which is named as practice worksheet for 24th of August, Monday. That is the date today. Well, I'll give you 30 seconds to please open up that document so that we may carry on with the question likewise. And you can then all understand that how practical or how difficult the question can be whenever you encounter such a part in your examination, right? Please keep that document in front of you, practice question. Well, now as far as the solving of the questions is concerned, why do we need to prepare a bank reconciliation statement? Remember, there was one reason for it. What do? We compare two documents. One is the cash book, the bank column of the cash book that is prepared by us, with the bank statement, right? Obviously, we always want their balances to be equal. Both the statements, both documents must give an equal balance, which does not happen, due to which we then have to prepare a bank reconciliation statement. Now, the question that we are going to solve today basically has two documents in front of you. One is the bank statement, the other is the cash book. And after making a comparison of these two documents, we are then going to solve our question, right? So the basic concept of the comparison is going to be found in this question. Let's go through the question. It says that ACMA received the following bank statement on 30th April 2014. Below you can see a table. This table is basically your complete bank statement. There are few activities that took place, like 8 of them, and whatsoever those activities were, a statement was being debited or credited, and the balance at the end, if you could see, is 469 credit. 469 credit at the end of the bank statement on 28th of April. Bank statement says that the amount of money that we have in our bank account is $469. Okay. Now, below it says ACMA compared the bank statement with her cash book. Now, below we have a cash book as well. Now, one thing you can focus over here, that the brought down balance, that is 614 in the cash book, was similar to the brought down balance at the end, which is 614 debit. But at the end, we can see that we have the balance of the bank statement, but we do not have the closing balance of the cash book. So the first thing that we are going to do over here is that calculate the balance of the cash book. And how do we do it? We are simply going to deduct the lower side from the higher side. Okay. As far as the cash book is concerned, it has two sides. Let's see if the debit side is higher than it. On the debit side, we have a few figures starting with 1,204 plus 780 plus 73 plus 37. The total of the debit side is 2094, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it is 2094. And obviously, the rule of the ledger says that the higher side balance must be recorded on the both sides. Now, what if we calculate the total on the credit side? It starts with 614 plus 88 plus 640 plus 59 plus 94. The total of the credit side is 1495. This side's total is 1495. Now what we are going to do, we are going to deduct these 1495 out of 2094. Okay, good enough. So the answer that we get is the CD balance that would be coming on the lower side is 599. So first of all, what does this question involve? This question has made you calculate the balance as per the adjusted cash book. मतलब simply उसने आपसे एक ledger में balancing करवाई है, higher side में से lower side को minus करवाया है, और CD balance हमारा आया है credit side पे. That means it is a positive balance. It is a positive balance. It is not an overdraft. अगर CD debit side पर आता तो then it was an overdraft. So the balance that we have on the cash book is 599 debit. Okay. Now we can clearly see that there is a difference. The cash book says we have $599 in our bank account, but the bank statement says that we have 469 credit amount. Now, obviously, there is a difference in the debit and credit. For us, this bank account is an asset. That is why it is debit. For the bank, it is a liability that they have to clear to us because they have kept our money in their banks. So whenever we request this money, they'll have to pay it back. That is why it is a liability for them, and they quote it as credit. And I told you on the day one that any transaction that is recorded on the debit side of the cash book would be recorded on the credit side of the bank statement and vice versa. So for this purpose, we need to prepare a bank reconciliation statement. So let's have a look on the question first of all. It says that bring the cash book of ACMA up to date. An up-to-date cash book means an adjusted cash book. It has required from you an adjusted cash book. Adjusted cash book means an updated cash book. Now let me tell you something about, let me in fact repeat something about adjusted cash book. What do we record in the adjusted cash book? All items recorded in bank statement means bank ने वो record कर लिए, but missed out in cash book. All those items which have been recorded in the bank statement but missed out in the cash book. बिल्कुल ठीक है, हमें पता चल भी जाएगा. Why so? Because we have these transactions happening in front of us. So what we are going to do basically, we are going to compare the both sides of the bank statement with the cash book. We will start with the bank statement and then come towards the cash book, right? Let's start with the credit side of the bank statement and the debit side of the cash book. Whatsoever items are on both the documents, it would be ignored. Any item that would be missed in the cash book, that would be recorded then into the adjusted cash book. Okay. Now, we will start with the brought-on balance, which was 599 that we calculated over here after the balancing of the cash book. Okay. Adjusted cash book always starts with the balance. Okay. What if it was an overdraft? The balance would have been recorded on this side. Okay. So starting with the credit side of the bank statement, the first figure, the first amount on credit side is 1204. Now we have to compare this figure and have to find that whether this figure is recorded in the cash book or not. So we will compare the opposite sides. If it's the credit side of the bank statement, it's going to be the debit side of the cash book. 1204, is it there over there? Yes, it is. That means this item has been recorded. 780, is it there? Yes, it is there. 41 below, is it there? No, it is not. And what is it? This is a dividend receipt. This is a dividend receipt, means it is a credit transfer which was directly sent to your bank account, but you had no details in the cash book. Now, when we have the bank statement with us, we can record this into our adjusted cash book. Dividend receipt, that is $41. Okay. This was all about the credit side of the bank statement. Let's just move on towards the debit side of the bank statement. We will start with the figure 88 in the bank statement. Do we have 88 over there? Yes, we do. Standing 640. Yes, we have 640 there as well on the credit side. 94. Do we have 94 over there? Yes, we do. 94 Chang. $16. We don't have $16 on the credit side of the cash book. And what are those $16? They are charges, which are famously known as bank charges. These charges were directly deducted from our bank account. Now that we have the bank statement, we can make the recording into our cash book's bank column as well. Okay. After $16, we have another figure that is 104. And we can see on the cash book, we again don't have that figure 104. And what is that 104? That is MDA Electricity SO. SO stands for standing order. And standing order is hereby an instruction by us to pay any expense directly from our bank account. So standing order is then, after it is found in the bank statement, it is then credited into the cash book. Okay. Now, this is all. We have compared the complete bank statement with the cash book. And now what we are going to do, we are going to calculate its new adjusted cash book balance. Well, the total of this side is higher, which would be quoted on both sides. And the CD would be coming on this side. The total of this side is 120. What if we deduct 640? 120 out of 640, the answer would be 520, which is the new balance as per the adjusted cash book. I hope it is clear to everyone. This is the first part, adjusted cash book. Now, what is the B part? As we all know, the B part is the step 2 of the reconciliation process. That is actually the preparation of the bank reconciliation statement. Okay. Now, what do we specifically record in a bank reconciliation statement? I told you the day one. All items that are recorded in cash book but missed out in bank statement. We will remove their effect. There are a few items that have been recorded in the cash book but missed out in the bank statement. Now, whatsoever is recorded in the cash book but the bank hasn't recorded, we will remove their effect. Why so? Because we have to reconcile the balance. हमने अपने बैलेंस को बैंक के इक्वल लाना है और उसको इक्वल लाने के लिए we will have to follow the bank. Whatsoever the bank has recorded, हमने वो यहाँ पर रिकॉर्ड कर लिए. Whatsoever the bank has not recorded, we will remove its effect here in the bank reconciliation statement. Okay. As far as the bank reconciliation statement is concerned, it starts like this. Balance as per adjusted cash book. And what is this balance? It's the new balance that we have calculated, that is 520. Okay. Again, it's time for comparison. This time what we are going to do, we are going to compare the cash book with the bank statement, vice versa sides. Let's start with the credit side of the cash book. We'll ignore the balance 614, starting with standing 88 in the cash book. Do we have it in the bank statement? Yes, we do. 88 is there. 640. Is 640 there? Yes, it is there. 59. Is 59 over there? 59 is not over there. 94 is over there. So there is only one amount, that is 59, a check that is paid to Zen. And obviously, what is this check? This is an unpresented check. This is an unpresented check that we have deducted from our cash book. How it is an unpresented check? That we paid this amount to Zen, we credited our cash book, but Zen has not presented this check into our bank account. So until and unless it is not presented and not deducted from our bank statement, we will again add it back to our balance to reconcile it. Unpresented checks, Zen. And how much is it? It is 59. Right. This was all about the credit side. Now let's come towards the debit side of the cash book. Starting with the figure 1204. Comparing it with the credit side of bank statement, 1204. Is it there in the bank statement? Yes, it is. 780, it is there. 73 and 37, these both figures are not present over there. That means these both figures are your uncredited checks. Uncredited checks, all those checks which were basically received by the business, but amounts have yet not been transferred into our bank accounts. When we received the checks, we debited our cash book. We debited our bank column. But till yet, the customer's bank has not transferred the money into our bank account, so we will remove its effect. We will deduct it. You can see it were added in the cash book because they were debited, but we will remove them now. One is from Zen, it is 73, and the other one is from Yi Ye, that is 37. After making the above adjustments, this is the balance as per bank statement. Okay, let's do the math over here and see what result do we get after the math. 520 plus 59 minus 73 minus 37. The answer that we have is 469, and this is a debit balance. Obviously, it is a positive figure, so that is why it is a debit balance. Now you can see in the bank statement, the final balance, how much was it? It was 469 credit. That means it is equal now to this balance. It shows that by performing these procedures, we have been able to reconcile the differences. All differences are reconciled and we have our balance equal to the bank statement. This shows that your answer is absolutely correct. I hope it is clear to everyone. Well, the C part says, state the meaning of the accounting abbreviation S.O. It stands for standing order. It is known as standing order. I hope this is clear to everyone. Well, class, this is the end of today's lesson. Well, as far as this complete question is concerned, I would request you all to please go through the minor details that I have taught in this question specifically for today. I have uploaded along a worksheet, a question on a similar pattern, a very, very similar pattern. Please do attempt that question, and if you have any queries, you can get back to me after the end of this session. Thank you very much.